Welcome back to the Seychelles, where this week we are looking forward to welcoming Declan's replacement to our sailboat. But before she arrives, Rob is pressing on with his boat work, where one job begets another.
This is a little job I've been putting off for a while. It's the sensor, the sensor for the sail drive. As you know, we've changed out the sail drive seals. Still, the alarm went off. So we have found that the alarm is still on, suggesting there's another leak has gone in through the first membrane, the outer and the inner. Spoke to Robbie, he said it cannot possibly be the membrane. He says it has to be the sensor is at fault. Went into a local dealer in Phuket, the Myanmar dealer, and he reckoned, oh, it's just the amplifier. It's a little thing here, what I has in my hand. And he says it amplifies the signal to the alarm, and when that's gone faulty, it sets the alarm off. And that's nothing really, it's just it's apparently all it does, but I'm sure it does more than that. I don't know. So let's just replace that and we'll be right. It'll be Bob's your uncle, Charlie's your aunt. Let's give it a go. Okay, Rachel, it's time to update you with today's balls up.
Oh, Robert.
So, you remember the sensor alarm, the alarm going off for the water in the sail drive, and we replaced the sensor. That didn't change it. We replaced all the parts in the sail drive leaking. It didn't stop the alarm going off. So the guy at Phuket, the Myanmar dealer, said, oh, it's the...
No idea.
He called it it's an amplifier. And he said, oh, that's gone. That's quite common. Here's the part. This is the one for your engine, and you'll change it. So I've just gone in there, pulled it all apart. It's not the one. It's the wrong part. Doesn't fit.
Well, that's not going wrong, though, is it?
Well, it's just the balls up. So I've got to get another part from somewhere.
Yeah, but it's not like I thought you were going to say. So I took it apart and then started rushing the water, and now we're sinking. So get that swim to shore in.
Not so bad. That reminds me of the time. One time I might have had a little car accident, and it was a bad one actually. I hit a lamppost and I was going quite fast, and I just got out of control. Yeah, it wiped out one side of Mum's car, like the whole side of the car, from the front, the port side bow end of the car, right down the port side of the car. And my mate was sitting on port side, because we drive on the right hand side. Very, very lucky to get away with it unscathed actually, but the car was a write-off. But Mum, and I told Mum, rang Mum, got a problem. And then Mum rings Dad and says, I've got some terrible news. Oh, some terrible news. But the good thing is, no one's hurt. And so she played it down immediately. She made it sound really bad. So Dad was kind of wondering but everyone's safe and well. So then the car was not such a big issue. She did it very well. It's all psychology, isn't it? Long story out of a little thing.
How old were you at that time?
16.
Yeah. Ivan's
age.
Out of control.
In fact, Ivan's 17. So younger than Ivan. There you go, silly boy. Learn from the best.
It's done! Hot back from the sailmakers arrived our newly adjusted, donated pirate Genoa sail, the Black Pearl, which we hoped had enough life left in her to carry us safely across the Indian Ocean to Tanzania on mainland Africa. If you saw last week's episode, you will know this sail is not without its problems, and the sailmaker has added a few more for good measure.
So, interesting the repair job. This is the leech, the luff here. This goes up inside the furler, and so we feed it into the furler here. But hello, they've stitched over the... Do you know what I mean? Can you see the problem? We're going to feed that up into this narrow slot. So what do? Do I just cut that and then I can't restitch it? Or do I haul it back to them? Say, come on guys. I mean, that is a 101 Novi job there.
He wasn't thinking, obviously.
No, the brain was switched off and just...
As it turned out, we did manage to hoist the sail, but the placing of the head ring didn't add to the aesthetics of the sail.
I mean, this piece here should be close in as well. It should be in in there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
Our beautiful sail is ruined. The sail certainly was ruined. A light wind through the anchorage was all it took to open the seams, leaving us with no confidence in its seaworthiness. It really is a piece of it really is. And if we can find another one, we would get that, because I really don't think, I have lost my faith. Any faith that I had in it is now gone. Rob wasn't ready to retire the Black Pearl just yet and attempted to glue the seals shut with Sikaflex. However, our prayers were answered a few days later when a young Seychellois man turned up offering us a second Genoa. And with the 20 to 30 knot winds expected on our next passage, this could be the very size we need. We took her out for a test sail.
Put a loop around the winch.
We're out for a test sail. We are going to try out this teeny weeny Genoa, see what it's all about. Here we go, pulling it out.
Well, it's a bit early to say how good it is, but it's certainly working. It's very small though. We would furl our sail up in 30 knots to that size. So it's definitely a strong wind sail. But look, it's a balancing sail for the main, for the boat. It's going to do the job. Anything over 15 knots, it's going to be really doing a good job for us, just to keep that balancing on the boat. So I'm happy with that. Actually, the relevant point here with this sail is from here to either Madagascar or Tanzania, depending where we go, it's going to be white rough, and we're going to have 30 plus knot gusts, as we did in that first leg briefly, which broke the shredded our first Genoa. So it's going to be a bit like that at times. We may even have to furl that sail in a little bit. I doubt that, but you know, we can always do that if need be. Point is going to do a good job. It's going to do the job we want it to do, just to get us to Africa. So today we're doing something different. We had a letter from a girl called Hannah, and it was a lovely letter. It was very well written. I think she may have had a little bit of help from Mum. So it's interesting because we have had several people over the years kind of reach out to us, but Hannah really stood out and caught our attention, I suppose, the way she wrote, as Rachel said, and it was a compelling background. Her background in particular seems very intriguing, and she seems pretty onto it, and she tells us she doesn't get seasick, which is kind of important. She's been in rough stuff in the lakes of the Great Lakes. She's from Montreal. She may speak a bit of French, a bit of Montreal and Canadian French, so we might get some lessons there. Or Ivan and Rachel will. Ivan's been learning French. So Ivan has been learning French, so that's actually quite a nice little addition there. And now, today, Hannah is arriving here into the Seychelles. She's going to take over from Declan, get rid of him, get in the new one. Ivan and I are going to go in the car now, pick her up from the airport. Unfortunately, Rob can't come with us because he's got to go and have a look at another Genoa. We're coming down with Genoas at the moment. Let's hope this one is the right one. So, it's one of those things that could only happen to us. We've hired a car and we just watched Hannah's plane come in. It went over our heads, and then Rob's actually gone to go and see people about this Genoa, and he said, now you know what to do with the key. And I said, what key? They haven't given us a key. We've got a car with no key. So Ivan's now, so we thought, okay, we'll try and go back to where they were, but they've gone. Ivan thought he saw their car, so then we chased the car, and then we've lost the car. Now we've turned around again. We're going to go to the airport. Ivan's going to have to sit in the car with it going, not let it die. We've got half a tank of petrol. And then after we've picked up Hannah, we can sort out where the key is. Just so typical that when we want to be somewhere on time, then all hell breaks loose. Fair.
Not quite hell, but you know, it's a first world problem not having a key to your car, but it's unhelpful.
Yeah.
While I rushed to the airport to greet Hannah, Ivan waited in the car, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited.
Look
look what we have. So,
Key. Oh, it's a Suzuki. I didn't even know it was.
What happened?
The people just came by and they dropped it off. And that was pretty much, it was kind of like a drug deal almost. Kind of, they just pulled up, handed over, kind of like handshakingly, and then they drove off. Yeah. So it's like a little drop. Yeah.
Well, it's nice. At least both of us are here now. So we're still waiting for Hannah. The pilots and the air hostesses have just gone through. Come on, Hannah. Move it up. Yay, there she is! How you doing? Oh, yeah.
So, slight mistake. We lost my baggage.
I heard this.
Yes.
Yeah, what happened?
It is currently in Dubai.
Were you supposed to recheck it in?
No, they told me that it would just go right to the Seychelles and it's in Dubai.
Oh.
Yep, out of all, I was the only person.
Really?
Of course. Always happens to my family.
Yeah. Great. Well, our thought was we were going to take Hannah back to the boat, drop things off, but there's nothing to drop off. So as we have a car, we're going to go get have a look at the island, but we're going to start.
Oh, we're going to...
Yeah, go and have a drive around.
Okay. Oh.
What a mixed bag it's been, because we actually never went to get the Genoa measured.
Oh, I didn't go on, so sorry. Oh,
And Rob,
no.
Rob's very forgetful.
Oh, that's bad. Oh,
I thought you were calling him. Okay, Rob realised it wasn't the Genoa for us. So we went back to the boat, we dropped off our stuff, we came out, we got ice cream. And now we're going to go for a trip around the island.
So we've just been for a swim at the beach. We got word that boats are here. They've just come out. Here they come now. They've just picked up the bag. Oh, good news! Ah, awesome! Look at that. Hannah completed her bath towel after the swim. Hey, you got it! Awesome! Oh, that's fantastic news. Yay! The traveller is here. The traveller bringing the traveller. Okay.